Tune back into our main TV table. Ready to lag. Sam Henderson, Woody Nielsen. It's going to be a good one. Sam Henderson,
But
meanwhile.
this time, keep the cue ball on the table.
Yeah. Might be the youngest player in the tournament, Sam Henderson, right?
Yeah, 17 years old from Bettendorf, Iowa.
Good stuff.
I believe either his mom or dad were in the chat earlier today.
And he's putting his stamp on the World Nineball Tour, right? He's a ranked pro. He's a ranked player. I don't know.
Yeah,
he's a WNT pro, but
his current rank is 107, so he is in the top 128 of
Gotcha.
the current WNT players.
we're going to go back to that match later, but players over there are taking a quick break, so we will bring this action on this main table to you. Looking good here with the cue ball, except only gets second prize, jacking him up over the 8. Looks like he's going to cue at the left half of this cue ball. He's got to be careful. It is a cue ball fouls, but if he does hit the 8, which is kind of hampering his cueing on the stroke, it's going to be a foul. That's a good shot. I think you have to get this one rail along the bottom cushion here and try to knock this in the left middle pocket.
Yeah, I like that approach. Or if he currently just goes at this rail to, this way. That way the cue ball, if he hits the too thin on the left, you can actually send that cue ball sort of.
Yeah, up to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And they just keep on rolling, don't they? So
Yeah, a little too much speed. But no open pocket here on the right unless Woody wants to try and combo this 8. Which I doubt he'll go for, so he's probably just going to try to lock this cue ball up behind the 3.
yeah, and that extra carry on that roll got the 2 up there, so we're in for a pretty good one. I'm going to see whether players also, then I'm going to get some other folks in the commentary booth. We might have to do a post-match interview with Shu Chang after him and Lukas finish over on table 5. They're in a race 2-1 to see who can get either the upset or the favorite to close it out. It's going to come out good for Sam. Oh, not quite, not quite. So this is an A-side match still, right? Yeah, we're back on the A-side.
Yep, correct.
Yeah. Yeah, what a shot. He's hit this nicely, too. A little bit of right-hand side to stay on the right of the 6. It actually overran position. I thought I was going to hold up somewhere in the center of the table the way it was coming off that second rail.
Good thing about this angle, I think he can just draw a little bit back. Doesn't have to do too much. Still has a pretty good look on the 4. But wants to get closer to his work. Nice draw there. Bit of follow here on this 4. Get position for the 6 in the bottom side on this layout.
All right, we're back. Sorry.
Don't really see too many problems here.
Yeah, it's just a matter of controlling your cue ball, I think. The 9's a little bit of a big ball in the way, so you just really have to pick, you know, lower left half of the table or upper right corner of the table to play shape for the 8. Where the 7 sits, seems more automatic to be in the upper right part of your screen, but this is an awfully thin 6 ball, so you might just come back up and down the middle of the table a few rails and just trying to hold it with 2 cushions. This is okay, but just created a lot more distance and maybe wasn't so necessary. And now on this shot, he's going to come up with the big positional shot.
Looks like Lukas and Shu Chang are back at the table. Lukas is set to break. He is currently down 7-8. Sure, we can go back to that one as soon as they get a little bit closer and actually break the balls here.
Yeah, big shot here for Woody. He's down 1-0. He's not the favorite in this one, but once again, he is a bit more of a local player, knows the table's a little bit better than Sam possibly, and oh, he's going to knock in the 8 ball here, so this is a bit unlucky. Caught a lot of slide off that 3rd rail. Sorry, the 2nd rail. And he's got a tough one here. This doesn't have to go. You imagine the side pocket is going to come into play a little bit, so he's going to try to hold it. He likes to use that really long bridge.
You think he's trying to cut this or reverse bank?
I think he might be trying to cut this, although that would be my first instinct. So it is cuttable, just awfully thin. He likes to bridge off the rail, which could be the downfall in this shot. I'm not sure.
Folks in the WNT chat asking about pocket size. These are 4.5-inch pockets here at Ox Billiards.
Yeah, this looks awfully dicey to take for the cut now that I look at it from here. Top view makes it look a little less intense.
I kind of like the reverse bank only because you do send the cue ball up table, and if you hit it with good speed, you actually, if you do miss, you could bring the 9 sort of at this bottom rail.
Yeah, you can kind of miss on the pro side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good shot. I mean, he's got to be careful to keep his cue ball up table, that's all. And as fast as these are playing, they could race back down here. So he decides to take the cut, and this is going to scratch. Yikes. Disaster strikes for Woody Nielsen. The main table, but for those folks viewing over on our Facebook page, make sure you go ahead and refresh your browsers. We're going to repost a new video since we have to refresh the live stream, so don't go anywhere. Just go ahead and refresh the Ox Billiards Facebook page, and we'll be back live on there in a jiffy, so stay tuned. Join us back in a bit. Those are just folks on Facebook. Over in the Ox Billiards Facebook page. So, referee here, Sam Rabito, just clarifying the rules for what happens in a foul situation. And I believe in a foul situation, it is 3-ball foul, 3-foul rule that they're playing with, excuse me. So, as the incoming player, you do have the option to break open the balls again, but you can shoot from anywhere with ball in hand. So with your opponent already on 1 foul, Sam Henderson's going to do the cheeky shot where you thin off the edge of the 1 here and try to stick him in behind the pack off of 2 rails. And if he can force Woody into a second foul situation, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be a bit short to get into the pack, but he's left him at least kicking it at multiple rails. If he's confident at this, go ahead.
Lukas just broke and scratched on the break.
Oh, wow. We got to go back to that. Oh, man.
Now we've got two exciting moments happening simultaneously.
Yeah, so if Woody can feel confident kicking at this one, he's going to go for it. But if not, the recommendation here is to break open the stack because you don't want to leave a big old pile of balls for your opponent to once again play another safety behind it. He's done exactly that. So we're going to see another shot from Sam attempting the exact same thing, trying to hug Woody up against the bottom of the pack.
Yes, a question in the WNT chat. We have been following a Lukas Fracasso-Werner match versus Shucheng Chao and is now Hill. Shucheng was down 1-5 and is now 8-8.
Yeah, and he's got ball in hand on what looks to be a nice layout. We're going to go back over there in a little bit, but we got to see, just for the viewers at home, how this type of rack works.
Yeah, you don't really get to see this often.
Yeah.
Somebody miscuing on the break and you're getting ball in hand.
And now it's Woody Nielsen with 2 fouls. So the recommendation there was if you're not confident hitting the one off of that kick on the first attempt, recommendation is actually to blast open the pack from the bottom. Just take the intentional foul and open up all the balls up table and sort of force your opponent to run out. Hopefully you leave something tied up and get a chance at the table again. But
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Look at this. Saves it, and he makes the 2. Wow. We'll take a quick replay of that. What a shot. On the 3 foul rule situation. And knocks in the 2. Excellent shot there. Well, we're gonna
the other favored Ox player sitting right next to me in the booth here.
Oh, no. Are you talking about Daniel over there?
Yeah. Yep, there's Daniel.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the other guy on the microphone
Oh,
here.
no.
No?
We'll see. We'll see how second round goes. We got a good match. But plenty of pool to watch, plenty of pool to see. I think we're going to be going to at least 8:30 match start time tonight, right?
I believe so, yep.
So I think we're in for a few more at least.
77 Billiards asking bad rack. Actually, so this was a miscue break by Woody, and then Sam Henderson almost trapped him in a 3 foul, but Woody was able to escape from it. So now they're just picking apart this rack.
They're playing what I call one pocket 9-ball in this one. It's all one pocket shots, but you're still playing 9-ball somehow. Because it's almost like no matter what shot you shoot, any reward up table is not going to give you much. 6-ball in this case, still in the stack, so all it kind of buys you is an initiative to play a good safety maybe, but might be something offensive here with a 6-8.
Yeah, he's definitely eyeing it as a possibility. First things first, though, is getting the good position for that opportunity.
Uh-oh. Rearrange all the furniture time, and this 4 lays up. This could be an actual starter for Sam. I think it's on. Just got to be careful. The bump on the 7-ball here. Yeah, this is tricky. 7-ball's really big, and it's going to be one of those in-off situations, just go straight into the drink off of it. So smart there to kind of stun follow, into the gap between the 7 and the rail, and
Comes up great on the 6.
yeah, he's perfect.
Some pretty close B-side matches. Looks like Kyle Kleindl defeated and eliminated Justin Lee 7-6 on the hill. And Angelo Elgino, a 476 rated Fargo player, defeated Rob Cameron, who's a 610 Fargo, defeated him 7-5 to stay in it. So, yeah, Fargo rating, not necessarily an indicator of actual skill at this moment. Just got to hunker down and play the best you can. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Shu Chang Chow in the booth with us.
What's up, everyone?
Tell us about this epic comeback you almost had against Lukas. You were down 1-5, and then...
Yeah, I don't know. I think I was on 1-4 at a point. And I started to get some rolls and started to get some momentum. Yeah, I got it to 4-4 or 5-5. And at that point, I get another roll, which I'm like, he missed a shot and I had a very easy, almost trading, just need to tap it. And I missed it, but it came back and then knocked another 7-8. And that was like a big momentum swing too. But from that, I ran out, and I think Lukas it's his first match here, so he didn't have a very good sense of table speed. You can tell his shot making is incredible, and he just can't get the speed right. So he either mess up his own position a couple times, or when he wants to do safeties, the cue will just roll that like 5 inches more and then leak out. Yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't call it a convincing win even if I won, but I had to do my own jobs as well.
For sure.
Yeah, it's just near the end when I was 8-5 on the hill. Those pressure just suddenly came in. It's the moment you realize, oh, I might actually be winning.
Right.
Those are the moments I started to miss some, medium to hard shots, and then start to think, going to a shortcut to try to go for 9 a couple of times. I think overall it's just it's a lot of great contents inside a match. I need a lot of time to digest that feel.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and even the hill, like he was unlucky.
Did he break? He broke dry.
No, he broke and scratched.
Okay.
So on the last, I think he had a couple of dry breaks before, and on the last one, the hill, he tried to unfit a little bit more. That usually happens in the hill. Like player just wanted to, put power into it and make sure they make something. And the cue ball just got knocked into the side pocket. And I had an open table. I ran out till the 9. On the 9 ball, I was like on the 8 to 9. I left myself at an angle, and I was like, I had that route in mind already. It
seemed like you were contemplating either leaving for the 9 in the left side, or like you did come back around for the 9 in the same corner.
I was thinking about either the same corner as the 8, or I draw more so to shoot the 9 in the side pocket, because that way it's kind of going into the line of the 9 ball. Like the way I shot it, it was kind of going across the line.
Okay.
I had the speed almost perfect, but it just, as I said, it's kept rolling for maybe 3 more inches than ideal.
Yeah.
And just a tiny bit of cut. Not tiny bit, but like just a 15-degree maybe. Shouldn't be a super hard shot, but, just docked it. Because somehow in my mind, I was thinking, oh, I had a perfect angle to sink the cue ball down to the bottom rail. And then just leave it there to be perfect. And yes, I did that. I think it was just a very minor twitch of too much right spin or something that caused me to miss it. And it was still a very hard shot. The cue ball was frozen on the rail, and he just made a calmly. The nine ball didn't even touch the rail, so kudos to him. It was a good battle. Yeah. So you can see how, good players are still good, even when almost everything's turning against them.
Sure, yeah.
When they have the chance, when they have those moments, they can still grab it. Yeah. So, but overall, I really appreciate the game. I'm thankful that I was put on the stream table. I can watch myself later. Thank you everyone for rooting for me in the chat. I didn't see it, but thank you everyone.
Yeah, several moments we're gasping, we're excited. It was a thrilling match for sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what's going on with the other matches? TV table, Sam Henderson.
Looks like Sam Henderson scratched, and Woody Nielsen is taking advantage of that. It was a good inside approach. Looks like he's got a good angle on the 8 to get position for the 9 in the same pocket. It's a little loud in here at the moment, so we are momentarily muting the other microphone. Looks like he decided to just spin that inside left to hold that side. Big shout out to our sponsors here. Q-Tech is a major sponsor of this event. Of course, Matchroom and the World Nineball Tour. We have the Table Fitters Billiards service that installed all the Andy cloth on these Rasson tables about 2 weeks ago. We are playing with Andy Cloth. They are a sponsor of Ox Billiards Club as well. Sandro Menzel is on site taking photography, and I'm sure he'll be posting to his social pages at the end of this tournament. And of course, Littman Lights, lighting all the tables and the best lights in the Northwest and in pool tables in general. Thank you all for staying tuned. Have many more exciting matches to bring you, including the one we are currently viewing. Yeah, Dennis Brewer, if you ever come out to Seattle, you should definitely check out Ox Billiards. It's a great club we have here. If you've never played snooker, we also have 4 snooker tables. And there's also a Chinese 8-ball table, which is sort of similar to, it's like a hybrid between a pool table and a snooker table. So Woody Nielsen, scratching on the break, brings Sam Henderson to the table.
I guess they're for a bit.
Up to you. I don't know. I probably played before you, but you might want to break after the match. Up to you. I can go find someone to come in too. What's that?
No, I want to stay.
You want to stay? Okay.
All right, so we had Shu Chang just momentarily muted. A large group came in and it was a bit loud back here near the booth. So what do you think on this position for the 3?
I think he has a pretty big window to go swing 2 rails. Yeah, very smooth right spin, but oh wow. Yeah, to be honest, I think the line coming out of the second rail was a little bit too steep. It's not kind of like completely lining up with the window line. Yeah.
Rev Horner asks in the chat, does the floor surface effect play? I am not sure. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, those are concrete floors. There are carpet under, I think under the snooker table, yeah, but not under the pool table. To me, oh wow, that's a nice kick and stick, however. 3 went to 6. To me, it doesn't feel that bad. I mean, as long as the table is level, and in fact, concrete floors make the tables easier to be leveled, because for carpet floors, for wood floors, sometimes they bend due to humidity or stuff. For carpet floors, you need to settle down a couple times before the table is completely leveled. So I don't mind concrete floor at all. It's just that not so well for the balls when they fly off the table.
Yes.
Yeah, not so friendly to the balls. Okay.
Also, I think carpet will help dampen the overall sound of the room. So with concrete, it is a bit echoey in here. But actually, when this room's really quiet and you can just hear the balls, it's kind of a unique sound that you don't often get to hear when you're playing in a carpeted room. Okay. David Padilla Martinez asking, where can I see Jonas Sauto? Let me see. Jonas's next match is coming up. He is scheduled to play at 7 p.m. tonight, so in the next hour. So if you want to tune back in then, I'm not exactly sure if you'll be on a streamed table, but the likelihood of that is likely high. But anyway, returning to this match, sorry about that. So I think Sam Henderson came up a little short on this 6, but still cuttable into the side. Yes, if anyone is interested in seeing the bracket, let me just go ahead and copy and paste that here. It's a nice shot from Sam and a good leave. I think he can just draw back towards that side pocket, just above it. Leave himself for the 8. I think he may ask the ref to remove the rack. Yes. It's a good call. Opted for 3-rail position. It's a nice shot. You can use the rail here to just draw off a little bit and then have the 9-ball in the bottom right corner. All right, folks. Score is now 4-2 Sam. It was a good break. No love, though. Looks like the 9 came into play at the last second, but he actually might be able to touch this 2 just on the edge there without having to push. If you are tuning in on the World Nineball Tour Matchroom YouTube, you can also check out the Aux YouTube if you're interested in seeing some other matches we have going on in the room. Justin McRory is currently playing Masahiro Nakahara on table 2. Masahiro is up 1-0. On table 5, we have Sue Orr versus Joe Conniff. That match is currently 0-0. And then on table 4, we have Francis Cho versus Dustin Hinshaw. Both of those players are local. So it looks like Sam's going to opt for the push, which I think is fair given the position. Johnny Carroll, you are very welcome. We are so happy to finally have a matchroom event in the Pacific Northwest. This is the very first time that Seattle has hosted an event of this caliber, and we're really glad to have some pros in the building, as well as local players who don't often get the opportunity to play against professionals. So it's nice to see some of these matchups, especially when they become hill-hill or just very close, tight matches. It was a good approach by Woody, but it appears he does leave the 2 open for the top corner. However, the scratch on the side might be in play. Sorry, that was Sam. It looks like he gave the push back to Sam. So Woody will be now taking this on. That was a nice shot, nice execution. It's going to be jacked up over the 6 a bit, which is going to make this difficult pot, but I think as long as he hits it firm, he doesn't have to worry too much about the position on the 4, as the 4 will be available for the side pocket.
Well, I'm good for today.
Sam asks, any chance of an event coming to Oregon? That might be a question for Matchroom, but I would love to have more events up in the Pacific Northwest. It would certainly draw more pros as opposed to just coming to one tournament. You could have an Oregon and Washington event within a week of each other or so. Yeah, I think with that one, Woody was maybe worried about accidentally fouling on the 6, so giving it a harder hit. All right, so I think Sam will go top right corner on this 3-ball. However, the cue ball might clip the 4, sort of depending on the type of approach that he takes on the shot, whether going top or bottom. Probably easier to go top here. That was a nice hit. For those just tuning in, my name is Zach Ross. I am a local player here in the Seattle area and big fan of Ox Billiards. Very blessed to have the opportunity to commentate these matches with y'all. So thank you so much for joining the chat and sweating this action with me. All right, so Sam Henderson, I think we're gonna go 2 rails. Oh, straight up and down. Oh no. Gerard asking, did Lukas win? Yes, Lukas did win on the hill. It was a nail biter of a match. He did end up winning 9-8 against Shu Chang Chow. Doug asking about Lincoln City for a potential Northwest Tour stop for the World Nineball Tour. That would be great. I just think that they would need to bring in 9-foot tables. Lincoln City classically has the 7-foot diamonds, but not impossible to do. All right, so Woody takes advantage of Sam's error, bringing this match to 4-3 in favor of Sam. Dry break from Woody, but not a terrible leave on this one. I wonder if Sam would be able to sort of compress the 1 on the 7 and have it cut into that corner. Doug, are there any pool halls big enough in Oregon near Lincoln City? I think maybe the closest one might be Legends Billiards in Beaverton. If anyone in Oregon is watching and can correct me on that, I would be appreciative. But I believe Legends has at least 8 9-foot tables. All right, so it looks like this 1 ball slides by the 9 into the bottom right corner. I think if he hits this firm with just a little bit of below center, he should be able to get position for the 2. Okay, he went at that one. Yes, the Spokane Open was just last week. Yeah, so expanding the World Nineball Tour to the Northwest doesn't seem like it'd be too big of an issue. I think it probably just comes down to scheduling and travel. That, and there are WPA events, so making sure all those calendars are in sync is always difficult, but not impossible. All right, looks like Sam's gonna have to swerve a little bit. And he's gonna get lucky on that one. We are lucky to have several Canadian players at this event, including Stan Tarango. Stan Tarango is actually going to be playing Daniel Sardoncilio at 7 p.m. today. Daniel is an Ox-sponsored player with a Fargo rating of about 704. Obviously, we have Woody Nielsen from Canada. Simon Pickering is here as well. Stephen Folan unfortunately had to drop out of the tournament, but it would have been great to have him here as well. Question in the chat, did Lukas make the comeback? Yes, Lukas did win 9-8, so he is still on the A side. And he will be playing Daniel Lieback at 8:30 p.m. tonight. Daniel Lieback is a player from, I believe, the sort of Puyallup or southern Washington area. These pockets are 4.5 inches. All right, looks like Woody is busting out the short stick to get over this 9. Ideally, he jumps this and hits just on the edge of the 3 to bump the 3 into the rail, into the 4, sending the cue ball back up table. But that is a lot to ask for such a long jump. Got pretty lucky with the way the 4 laid up against the 6 here.
Is there anything against having a beer turn?
I think Sam's going to opt for the safety as well. He might be looking to see if he can back cut this 3 towards the 8. Got some pros over on the snooker table here. Looks like Tyler and Raymond Linares are giving snooker a shot. Not quite sure the 3 passes the 4 down table. I think he's deciding if he wants to go for the 3 in the side. All right, Woody taking his time, really analyzing this shot. I wonder if he thought he could hide behind the 9-8, but then just ended up finding that perfect window to just go around both. Either way, he leaves a shot here for Sam. Sam should be able to break out the 4-6 based on the angle. Got the breakout, but missed the pot. Looks like Woody might be going for a combination here. Not too many other options. Great safety. Hit the 8 just enough to get it to hide. Not scratching that pocket. Nice contact from Sam. Jump kick is never easy. All right, so I think Woody sends this 3 to the top rail. Oh, he went for the side. Came up short, but leaves the bank open into the corner for Sam. Hello, James from Coldwater, Michigan. These are Rasson tables, and the cloth is Andy cloth. I believe the color is either shark gray or slate gray table. Great bank from Sam. Good cue ball control. I think he got a little too much on that draw, but still definitely capable of cutting this into the top corner. Imagine he goes back and forth maybe 1.5 times. Ooh, unfortunately ran into that 7. Now the position for the 6 is a bit more awkward. Phil is asking what the score of the James DeVee match is. Let me take a look here. It is currently 6-3 in James's favor. He is playing an A-side match, so that is a race to 9.
Thank you.
We do have a scoreboard, just not on that particular camera view. Christian Youngers is back in the booth with me.
Back at it again.
Looks like you guys were playing some snooker.
Yeah, just watching Tyler mess around on the table. It's kind of funny. You got Johan with the gloves as the referee. Tyler Steyer playing against Raymond Linares in a full frame of snooker with the half pool cue, half snooker cue concoction going on. It's entertaining stuff, to say the least.
Well, this has been a very back and forth match.
Yeah, I think Woody Nielsen's a little bit of that style. He likes to grind out some of these racks. Obviously, we did have the one. Ooh, look at that shot. Wow. We did have that earlier situation with I saw the 3 foul rule coming into play, but he ends up hitting it off the second attempt, and that only leads to a long, one pocket-esque frame, so a rack, I should say. It's a little bit jacked up here, so it's not an automatic shot, this one.
Yeah, got to be careful about that side pocket, but
Caught it thick.
got the position he needed, just, caught it thick.
And it always feels like whenever you miss the ball by that much, it's almost like you always do get that position. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I wonder, which one you prefer for making the ball and not getting the lead, or getting this result. It's always hard to tell. And obviously for folks, watching at home, if you don't know how the pros play, etc., then you don't necessarily know that they're trying to do a lot more with the cue ball. Obviously, that just making the ball is typically one of the easier things you could do. So when you work the cue ball around the table, that it really matters. Yeah. So Woody Nielsen, I don't think has ever played Sam, right?
I am not quite sure.
I think for the most part, Woody plays in a lot of local tournaments. He is from Canada, here in the Vancouver area, so he has come down for some of the bigger tournaments here we've hosted at Ox. Also very active in the bar box scene as well. Sam Henderson's been all over the map in the Matchroom Tour events. No, he's got a decent ranking. I mean, obviously,
his World Nineball Tour ranking is 107, and he actually defeated Muhammad Sufi at the 2024 UK Open.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Just a few months ago.
It's a little bit of a breakout year, I think, for him, Sam Henderson. I don't know if he's quite to the point where, he's really a viable option for Mosconi Cup, but he's kind of chomping at the bit for being that sort of next wave, after the...
Oh, for sure,
after the, Shane Wolford types. He's kind of like that next generation coming up, or half generation, you can say. I think him, I've seen a lot of, a couple other players I'm trying to think of.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Sam on the Mosconi team in the next 3 to 4 years, the pace that he's currently on.
Yeah, exactly. And a pretty interesting one, though, because looks like 6,000 for the winner here is going to be decent amount of ranking points on the tour. I think that's exactly the difference that Oscar and Tyler are at in their rankings for the third spot. Seems like that's really the big The big point of contention, especially in this event, is kind of who's vying for that third USA Mosconi Cup leading into the Hanoi Open. These are kind of just bonus points for these players to accrue whatever they can. I think Woody Nielsen is a local player trying to accrue some experience. Obviously, not all players here pros. Got a really robust range of players. And this is looking like a nice out for Woody Nielsen. Picking up the pace a little bit too, so maybe getting a little bit more comfortable. Got the feeling this one might have the chance to go the distance as well. You never know.
Yeah, it certainly seems so. A lot of first-round matches just due to the seeding, and it was kind of a high-low situation going on.
It's pretty
quite
typical,
a bit.
yeah.
But
some of these A-side matches, though, are starting to get up there, right?
yeah, definitely. We've seen 9-2 a few times. There was a 9-8 earlier, another 9-8.
Okay.
But then there's a 9-1, 9-0. So it's kind of all over the board for the first round, but we are headed into round 2. And yeah, as we progress, we hopefully will see tighter matches.
Yeah, this one's already starting to get a little bit tight. It's on the A side. 5-4. Fargo rates aren't more than 100 points apart, so it's not necessarily too one-sided. I haven't been watching the early part of this match, but it seems like it's been a scrappy one, to say the least.
Strong safety from Sam.
And I think we're off to the races, too, on some of the more B-side matches. Doing a little bit of modified format. We played the entire first round. We're playing sort of the second round on both sides at the same time, just to kind of keep players who played at the top of the bracket early in the day and players who played at the later part of the bracket later in the day, etc. I think we've got at least 2 more rounds left tonight for those of you tuning in, so...
Yeah, we do have a lot more B-side matches coming up at 8:30.
8:30, okay.
At least 4 of them will be at 7 o'clock.
It's kind of lost his cue ball, Sam. Don't think he can avoid hitting the pink here if he goes forward. And he's not got a ton of the cue ball here, so it's going to be difficult if he wants to jack up and spear this in. So 3 is just so far up table, it might just be quit in time and take your medicine.
You want to spare for something right now, too? Oh, on the email it said $10 a day. Is that all right?
Oh,
Back cut it.
cut. Wow.
Surprised us all. At least surprised me, I guess. It's a nice shot and not quite perfect on the 3, but he's got a manageable angle, so might just have to play just right of the 6 here. Take the long cut on the 4. 5 does pass to the left corner pocket, I guess upper left pocket on your screen. Watch out, 6. Yeah, he's okay. Not quite.
Oh, no.
He's frozen. Yeah, this is... Ouch.
thought he was going to be able to navigate that, but again, with this particular table and maybe some of the other tables, just that extra couple inches of roll.
And that's not frozen. It's about as close to frozen as you can get. Oh, and once again, I am mistaken, and he can see the ball. No problem. He's bang on this 5 into the right corner. Perfect.
Yeah, good call asking to remove the rack. You don't want any misdirection due to the rack's interference.
You've got the option here, though. I think he's straight enough that he can avoid running into the 9, so just float this ball and get pretty straight on your 6. Oh, he knocked into the 9. So he tried to play it in 2. He tried to play the stun run through, but ran into the 9. So I feel like if you're running into the 9, there was really no escaping having to roll the ball forward just with a rolling cue ball. Yeah, and that's a costly mistake, although hasn't left much.
Yeah, I think Woody can probably almost lag speed roll this 6 into the top left and still get pretty decent angle for the 7.
Mm-hmm.
Not super concerned about scratching on the side, just given that he is able to maybe check it a little left side.
It's just rolling it at that lag speed is always a little bit tricky. You let the table kind of come into play, and wow, what a shot. He did almost the exact opposite. Just rifles it in. I'm not sure if I even would have taken that shot still at this point, just because of how low percentage it feels.
Yeah.
But hey, he's still at the table, so I guess it's worth it. And nice spin shot around the rails here to end up nicely.
Actually, I know there are a couple people here. And I will also do a truly wild bear.
He likes to hammer him in, it seems.
Like I said, I could have a couple of those. I'm glad you're working here because you remember the whole conversation as well, so I don't have to try to find my Really?
Bringing it back level, 5-5. I think might be shot of the rack, that one. 6 ball up into the corner. Spears it in. I still think I take your shot over this.
I mean, now that I'm looking at it again, it kind of. Let's look at it one more time. Replay one more time. I mean,
He just makes it look that easy, is what you're saying.
yeah, he hit it firm, like, didn't want to baby it. It makes sense to me.
Nothing fancy.
Yeah.
Wow, what a shot.
Furiously writing down mental notes here for myself. Next time I see these shots in person, when I get back to the table.
Rifle him in. So 5-5, so it's going to be a little bit of a close one. It seems a little bit like Sam having the first initiative kind of in each of these racks, and then leaving an opportunity, making a mistake here or there, and Woody just closing out with a couple of clutch shots. Fun matches all around. I like it. And he's just going to roll out of the zone here for the 2. 2-9, the way it sits, is going to make this push-out situation a little bit more interesting. I think it's lined up kind of to the left jaw of the corner pocket, maybe.
Do you think you just kick at it and hope that you can maybe 2-9 kick?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you have an edge of it here, it begs the question of trying to thin off the edge at least, just because it's almost guaranteed. And unless you're feeling really good with the kick, it's not automatic. And let's say you just go sail totally past it, it's easy to miss both the balls and just leave your opponent a ball in hand situation. So I almost like pushing out to the bottom rail, like where the 6 is, maybe. Just playing like an edge of the 2. So kind of where his tip is, yeah, down there somewhere. Because at worst case, you're not leaving your opponent a way to come at the 9, attack the 2-9, really. Not even, the side rail is no longer really in play either. And then you're forcing him to play really a safety up table, essentially. And here, too, he's hampered queuing. Yeah, I think this is the right call. Just what's the most in-between shot you can figure out, you know?
Yeah. I know this may not be the right shot, but I think I go for the 2 in the top right corner here.
Try to back cut it up into the right past the black?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a little dicey, but it's kind of a naked safety if you think about it, too. You're pushing the 2 up table. If you have enough of it to keep the 2 on the left side of the 8, then I might just slow roll it, kind of lag the 2 up to the 8 and play the cue ball somewhere on the left half of the table and just hit the left rail. But if you don't have enough of the ball there, I'm thinking about giving this back, honestly. Yeah, and I think Sam already gave it back. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's the right call, but still, just such a dicey situation to be in when, like I said, that 2-9 combination or setup. You don't want to leave anything that's attacking. It's always a little bit funny.
Yeah, Woody's taking his time, deciding how he wants to approach this 2.
It is just such a tough shot just because all the traffic is down table. Nothing really is available up there. Oh, he decided to double bank, or just bank it back down, I guess. Table, not double bank it, but bank it back down table. He's left a shot, but 9-6 tied up. Awfully tricky. Might be better off cutting the 2 to the right. Or for his cutting from his left. The lower right corner pocket on our screen. You're sending the cue ball around the purple 5 up table. If you cut the 2 ball down here, you have a chance of running into the 6. He's just playing the safety, and this is a mistake. Yeah, he's left a cut in the middle and a couple of safety options. I think he was really trying to lock him up in behind that 6 ball, but not quite. So I think Woody's taking this into the left corner pocket, it looks like. Sorry, left middle. Sorry,
yeah.
left middle pocket.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Not the corner.
I was like, yeah, 2-4, yep.
Yeah. And he's lost his cue ball, but that was his luck.
His luck is decent.
Came out smelling like a dream. Actually, not the best, but he's got to look at it. He has an offensive option. We've seen him knock in a few dynamite shots earlier to get out of the last rack. He's going to have to come with one here, I think. 4-ball really just has to cut it clean and really could just run into the 7 to hold his shape, I think, for the purple 5 to the lower left. All right, looks like I'm going to get ready to play my match while Woody Nielsen hits another rocker of a shot. Yeah, it's time for me to go get ready for the match, and I'm going to find someone to come join you in the booth. We'll be right back, but yeah,
Alrighty,
we'll see you.
Good luck with your match.
Thanks.
Yep. All right, folks, you're stuck with me for a little bit. Just kidding. Happy to be here. All right, so Woody really taking his time here to make sure that he's got the appropriate angles that he needs to finish this rack out and take the lead on Sam Henderson. Kind of looked like he was squaring up to hit this with top left to maybe nudge into the 9. Not exactly sure if the 6 passes the 9 through that little gap going towards that upper corner pocket. Kind of lucked out with that make. I suspect he'll try to bank this 6 into the upper right corner. All right, so he opts for the safety. Didn't quite get there. He is giving Sam a look. I suspect Sam will just try to thin the 6 behind the 9 and send the cue ball back up table behind the 8 on the right side. Okay, opted to come at it full, but has now left the bank open. If you're interested in checking out some other matches, we do have an Ox Billiards YouTube page where we are simulcast streaming 3 other tables. We are casting tables 2, 4, and 5. Current matchup on table 2 is Justin McRory versus Masahiro Nakahara. And Masahiro is up 5-2 over Justin. We have Francis Cho versus Dustin Hinshaw on table 4. Francis is currently up 3-2. And on table 5, Sue Orr is up over Joe Conniff 2-1. So those matches are still fairly early. And I believe, with maybe the exception of the Masahiro, no, all 3 of those matches are B-side matches. So 3 players will be eliminated when those are complete. Meanwhile, on this table, Sam is getting to work. Tyler Conway asked, when does Filler play? Joshua Filler is not currently at this tournament. I believe he is in a WPA tournament. So this currently is an A-side match, as it is a race to 9. So whoever loses will still be in the tournament. And this is a round 2 A-side match. We started at 10 a.m. this morning, Pacific Standard Time. It is currently 7 p.m. Really good recovery shot from Sam there. Unfortunately, getting out of position on the last shot, he's now a bit out of position on this one, but still has a makeable 9 in the bottom corner. All right, so joining us in the booth now is Nick DeLeon. Welcome.
Thank you.
How's your tournament day going so far?
So far, so good. Just, one ball at a time and one break at a time.
Is this your first time in the Northwest? Or?
It is out here in Seattle. It is my first time out here.
Nice. Who was your first round opponent?
I don't want to butcher their name.
Okay.
I'd
can.
rather not
let me butcher it. Melina Ortiz.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Melina is a local Oregon player.
Oh, okay.
She played for the Oregon team. There's a thing called the Northwest Cup up here between Seattle or Washington and Oregon.
Oh, that's awesome.
And she was on that team last year. She played great. She had a 5-ball break on a 9-ball rack.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It was amazing. The crowd went wild.
That's awesome. Yeah, she just made some little key errors to get it closer, but other than that, I mean, like, I was really impressed. All right, guys. If you guys know about the break, it's the 9-ball on the spot. Cut break, you're trying to make the 1-ball, and it's eye pocket. He hit it perfect. Got a little good kiss with the cue ball. 2-ball's going to come a little higher than what expected. And we're playing on the amazing Andy Premier cloth. If you don't know about it, you guys need to message us because this cloth plays amazing. I just put it on my table right after the U.S. Open. And I'm not just saying that because they're my sponsor, but I was so impressed that I could play normal pool without any slide, especially when you're kicking a ball. You don't have to adjust for the slide. When you're drawing, yes, it does bite a little bit more than normal because on Simonis HR, you have to adjust for that slide. And with this table, with the cloth, you don't have to. It's really, really good. Hey, what's up, Nate? Yes, high shoes. She just took them from me. I have the blue. You guys did the gray, which is nice. I have a Rassin at home. I have the Victory too.
Okay. Yeah, these are really nice tables. Been coming here for a minute. I'm also a member at this club. And yeah, it's really nice to be able to have 24-hour access to the club when you just want to practice and have the whole place to yourself.
No, I think it's fantastic because, like, I used to work before I started traveling. I used to work in the casino business for like 15 years, and I'd get off at like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and everything's closed, and you don't have a table at home.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect to have something like this, and you get to it's like even for lessons, right? That could help out because you don't have a lot of people coming up to you like in a regular pool hall or whatnot to like, hey, what's going on? And you have chit chat, and it's like wasting 15 minutes of the person's time.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of really great coaches in the area, and Mike Dominguez, the owner and operator of Ox Billiards, is always more than willing to help people improve their game by getting them in touch with the right coach. So yeah, it's a really great environment for growing the sport.
Yeah, not just, one coach is for you, just like Federer, he said he went from one coach, and then once he got the full potential out of that coach, he went to another coach and then another coach. You really don't have to do much with the cue ball because the cloth is, 3 weeks old, 2 weeks old?
Yeah, it's about 2 weeks old, I think, yeah. So I suspect he just rolls forward and takes the 6 in the bottom
Yeah, I was about
left
to
here.
say he might need the extension, but I go, you just put that top on that rail is going to bite for that 6 ball. You just don't want to go way past it.
Okay, he's going to opt for the 6 on the side, I guess.
From this angle, he looks like he might be. No, I mean he might be able to swerve it or jump it if the 9-ball got him. But that's where the stretch comes in. Like when you're stretching, I feel that, like I tell my wife all the time, when you're in an awkward position, you need to take a little bit more time than normal because you rush because you're in an awkward situation and things like this can
Right,
happen.
yep.
Lucky enough, he was able to see that 6-ball.
You either pull the trigger too quick or you're not getting the proper stroke you need for the adjusted
So
stretching.
your cue ball does something that you don't expect it to do.
Yeah, totally.
This is a close match too.
Yeah, it's been very back and forth. Some positional mishaps here and there.
Yeah, I'm going to use middle left right here and just like almost like a nice smooth stroke to let the English do all the work.
Ideally just kind of ends up on the second diamond right side
Roughly,
here.
yeah. If you go past it, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Like right here, he's going past it, so he'll be able to just kind of like roll out with like top right and just spin it down, or you can force the stun draw over, however you want to hit it. So he went forward, come out.
Way too much.
Correct, because I think it's just not being used to the speed, right?
Yeah.
So instead of turning into like a 99% chance, this is like maybe 60-40, 70-30, you know?
Yeah, he's not quite 50-50 on it, so he does have a little bit of an angle. That new cloth,
Yeah.
to slip in, yeah.
Yeah, this cloth is, like I said, like if we were playing on, let's say, 4-inch pockets, because that's what all the major matchroom ranking
Sure.
units are, right?
Yep.
And we put this cloth on there. Since it doesn't have all that slide that the Simona 660 does, the pockets would play 3 times harder because the ball's not going to slide in.
Interesting. Okay.
So that ball would have never hung up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where on, if you had Simona, so it would automatically go in because it's brand new.
I see. Okay.
6-6, going to 9, race to 3.
Quick sponsors here. Q-Tech is sponsoring this event along with Matchroom, of course. This is a World Nineball Tour ranking event. Table Fitters Billiard Service installed the Andy cloth on these tables 2 weeks ago. If you have any needs for your own pool table, you should contact them. Andy Billiard Cloth, of course, sponsoring Ox Billiards now. We're very happy to have them here. Sandro Menzel is taking photography on site, and he will be posting to his socials as soon as the event is over. And of course, Littman Lights.
Have you got to try the new Synergy X with Q-Tech?
I have not tried it yet, no.
Oh my God, amazing.
Is it a dream?
Oh, the best way I could put it is more power with less effort.
Okay.
The cue ball just went flying off the table. Now,
And that is actually the second time he's done that this game.
and did he try to 3-foul?
He did try to
Yes.
3-foul, yep. So this is a bit of deja vu from rack 2, I believe, very early. I don't know if Woody actually knocked the cue ball off the table or if he just miscued.
He miscued and it flew off.
Well,
the table,
yeah, on this one, yeah. But the previous one, I think he just miscued. And so
Yeah.
the rack didn't break. Sam got him into a 2-foul, and Woody was able to escape
Oh,
it on
really?
the third. So I think.
Let's see what he does here.
So I think he's going to learn from last time he went left to right. This time looks like he's going right to left on this safety. Needs to get it.
I think this is a shot. This is good. It's not perfect, but I mean, like it's the best work you're gonna do. Now it's all about your second decision after this. If he misses or if he breaks the stack, if the balls don't fully open up, I'm going for the 3-foul all day long.
So Christian mentioned this last time. He suggested that you just break the rack now. How do you feel about that?
I like that too. I mean,
That way, if you just kind of send the one up and there's no hides, or
True.
these other balls aren't really
you
as
can't,
clustered.
but right now you can't because you can't hit the 4 ball or the 5 ball hard enough to break it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're gonna send the ball down table, but
You're kind of cutting the 5 into the 2-9, and
Yeah.
then that might just kind of stick. Yeah.
yeah, but that's definitely an option. Like Roland Garcia had this chance to do this to me because I barely tapped the cue ball when I went to go break.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down 8-3, and he was about to do this, and like 4 minutes go by, he comes over, gives me a pump, he's like, I'm gonna go ahead and break, and I'm like, what? Oh, what a hit!
Yeah.
Wow, that changes everything. That's why I didn't want, like, I would rather, you need to get really behind the rack.
Mm-hmm.
Playing safe again. I like this a lot. Oh, it doesn't stick. Good try.
He was probably trying to get more into the 2-5
Yes,
there. Yeah.
correct, yeah. Hey, no problem. Anything you guys can ask. I do my live sessions at home too, and I like to interact with my followers and ask questions and whatnot, and I like to interact in my chat. So
Yeah, always happy to have the chat in play here because
Oh, 100%.
we love interacting with you, and we're all watching the same match. You might be at home on your couch. We're in a booth.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always great to hear from you.
See if I got a table or not. Nope, no table yet.
Yeah, it looks like you should be coming up pretty shortly here in like
Yeah.
next 2 or 3 matches.
Which chat are you watching? Oh, all of them, I guess. I don't know. This guy would have to tell you.
Okay, so yes, Face Man, which chat are you watching? So there's the WNT chat. There's also the Ox Billiards Facebook and YouTube chat, which I believe, Face Man, you are probably on the Ox Billiards chat. And then there's a third chat that is just the 4 tables.
Oh, I didn't even see that one. Yeah, I didn't even see that one land.
So it's a lot to look at, but yeah, we're doing what we can.
Yeah. So here, I mean, you have to come into it fast. So regardless, you're going to break them up. So it's almost like just giving a ball in hand. If you hit it, it's a good thing. Well, he's going to be, I don't want to say my word, but he's going to be, I'll put it this way, he'll be in jail time from here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to thin him, let it run into that. Is that the 3 ball next to it, right?
Yep.
To the left. I'm going to thin it, run into the 3 ball, and send the cue ball back down to get it in the dead middle of the table on that middle rail,
Okay.
that middle diamond,
Yeah.
and let him kick again. Because it doesn't go by. Like, if it went by, then, yeah, you want to stick them. But I think this is the best option. Because you can even play it harder, and it'll deflect, come closer to the 9 ball, right? And you play the cue ball down 2 rails.
Yeah, totally. It's kind of fascinating that you don't really see this too often when you're seeing streamed matches, but this is 2
Hey.
in 1 game.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. No. Bad play. Don't do it. You want to thin the right side of the 1 ball, send it into the 3 ball with top English, and just send it down table. Because Woody went to go break and he flew the cue ball off the table. So with that happening, even if you tap the cue ball before you break, it's a foul. So there's a 3 foul rule in effect. So he's playing the wrong way. But that's why the balls are clustered, because Sam decided to do the 3 foul.
Yeah, I also don't like doing this because of the rack still being there, this angle.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather hit the 1 ball harder into the 3. It's going to deflect to the right and
Yep.
go by the 9, and your cue ball's going down table, so he'll even have a harder hit
Yeah,
because of the 2 balls.
He's basically setting up a line of defense
Yeah.
there by going your method, for sure.
I mean, don't get me wrong, if he gets this, but look at, he's stretching, and he's like going to be uncomfortable. I mean, if he can reach it comfortably, I don't mind this shot. But you're stretching, so what you're going to do is you're almost going to be breaking up the 2 and the 3 possibility, because you might hit it with left-hand English or right-hand English, and you might not get the ball all the way down table.
Yeah.
In this circumstance, I'm thinking about how can I 3 foul him the easiest. So if you send that 1 ball down table, then how are you going to get him on 3 fouls? If you keep the 1 ball close to the stack and you send the cue ball and Sam misses it, it's another easy way to get a 3 foul. Joey Ryan's been really busy, guys. I know he has a lot of family and soccer and all that stuff, but he's doing really good.
Phil Squire's asking, can we stream James DeVee and Tyler Steyer's match? Kind of depends. It is up to the tournament directors here where they're placing players for each match. This particular match has been going for about 2 hours now.
Yeah, I just don't like this decision because you're banking the 1 ball down table and you're not going to be able to play a third safe to 3 foul. So you see what I'm saying, guys? Now look at what is he going to do for the 3 foul, right? So now he's going to say Sam misses the 1 ball. Now you have to play position on the 1 ball to get perfect on the 2 to play your 3rd foul. If you played my shot, then you'd already have those balls all close together. But this is why you stream matches, so you can go back and you can listen and you can watch and see what you guys could have done differently and what could have been better. For me, I never watch my opponent unless he's kicking, jumping, or breaking. I can care less what he's doing at the table, so it doesn't get me out of a rhythm. Just another tip if you guys have problems with it, playing against a slow player or a fast player. Well, now he's on 2.
Yeah, but like you said, what about 3? You know, it's like he's going to make this 1.
So the only option is I want to make the 1 ball and just roll forward onto the rail to get straight on the 2 ball and bank the 2 ball down 2 rails and stick them on the 9 ball.
Okay.
Because anything else, you're flirting. That's what he's looking at. If it passes the 3, not to make. Sorry, guys. Sometimes matches are like this, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Are you in favor or disfavor of a shot clock?
I don't care for it. I mean, I get it. Like maybe because it sucks to have one on the stream and you don't have it on all the other tables. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like a disadvantage because players that are taking, say, a minute.
Yeah.
And now you're on the shot clock. It can mess with your head. It can do everything. I can see when you get down to the final 16, you might have like Matchroom started doing. The final 16, they have a clock for every table.
Okay.
So everybody's in the same rhythm. So if this goes by the 2, I think he has a wrong angle here because he needed to be a little bit more on top of it. That's not bad. He played it into the 3 ball, which is risky. How am I kicking this ball? How am I kicking this ball? You can Z bank, right? You can Z kick. You can possibly go 3 rails. But your best option is probably to go on the bottom long rail to the right side rail into the 2 ball. Is probably your best option here. Yeah, he has to go. He has to go bottom rail. Our bottom rail, as you're looking at it, the long rail. Okay, so here we go. Right side rail. You're going to use a little bit of running English top. Oh no, man! You have to go 2 rails here because the ball is so much bigger. Two rails was a better option because the ball is a lot bigger than going 1 rail.
Well, I think that might have been the first 3 foul win we've seen today. No, I agree. You know, defensive play isn't boring. It's
not at
just, yeah, the time it takes to figure out the defenses sometimes sort of overshadows the thought process involved with executing it.
No, of course, I understand it makes it horrible to watch, guys, but when you foul, your opponent's in a disadvantage instead of you breaking. Like, why would you break instead of trying to 3 foul him? Ooh, that could have been dangerous. That could have been real dangerous.
Andy Davis, is there a bracket posted anywhere? Yes, if you are currently on the Ox Billiards YouTube page, if you check the description of the video, you should be able to pull up the digital pool bracket. Otherwise, you can just go to digitalpool.com and search WNT Seattle 9-Ball Open, and you should be able to locate the bracket.
Yeah, I think he's going to be pushing. Anywhere over there. Like, if I was going to do this, I'd push the 8-ball into the 9-ball. Like, tie up something. Like, you're giving him a chance to make the 2-ball from there with the open table. Like, tie something up and make him work for it.
Yeah.
And right here, his speed has to be crucial right here to push out right here because the table's so fast and the rail's so fast. Unless he's going to move the 5-ball. Is that the 5-ball?
Yeah. Yep. 5 up near the 7.
It's all part of learning, Josh. You know, just if you're never in that scenario, you know, you're going to take longer than normal to do something because you don't know exactly what the right shot is. No, that's a foul. That'd be pointless to have a re-break. When somebody fouls on the break, that you're on 1. Like, you should have the potential to try to 3 foul them.
Well, I think Sam takes his 2 on.
Oh, 100% he takes the 2 on.
Yeah.
He's down, he has to.
Yeah. Not really sure why.
There's no reason for a re-break when you foul. A lot of players don't do it, though. They rather break, and you're at a disadvantage going and breaking. Anytime my opponent breaks, scratches, or miscues off the break, you're on 1. So, I mean, why would I not try to 3 foul you and end the game in, you know, like 4 moves? It's like telling you in chess that you can only use your pawns for so long, and then you have to, you know, go into using everything else.
That was an unfortunate kiss.
Oh, everybody's nervous. Like Alex Pagaline says, if they never think that you're, like, if you talk to the pros and they tell you that they're not nervous going into a match, they're wrong. Everybody is nervous going in. It's just how you handle those nerves. This is not good. Somebody's about to get on the hill.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, just clipped the 3 a little too thick. Think he has enough angle to go for the 2 on the side, or is it too risky? Well, I think he can make the 2 on the side here, and there's 3-9 combo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get on the 4.
Oh. Oh, my goodness. That could have been real bad. There you go, kid. Just
Good
now-
job. Yeah, narrowly escaping that hill for Woody.
Yeah. That's a huge game right there because you go up 8-6 breaking and now it's 7-7. That's a huge game, especially mentally, right?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, man, I should have won that game. I should have been on the hill, right? I mean, of course, in one pocket you get it more than anything, you know. But it's so boring to watch overall. Like when they're Josh Roberts, he plays really good one pocket. But I'm just saying, like, just when you're just pushing balls around, you know, or you're pushing balls down table, it's horrible.
Probably going to be pushing out here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Daniel and Stan. That should be a really good match.
Let's see, what's the score with Daniel and Stan?
If you guys go to my page, I just posted an old picture of Nick Varner and Mike Siegel in like an expedition match or whatnot. My buddy had it up on his wall, and I had to take a picture because it was like old. Like, I mean, he still had his curly hair. He was young, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, it was really like, it brought back like memory lane, you know, go down memory lane. You're like, wow, like, look how far it's been.
The Daniel and Stan match has not started yet. Okay, looks like he's pushing into a potential jump situation. Well, no, that's too far for a jump, so I think it's just going to be a kick.
He pushed out to a kick or a jump? Oh, Sam pushed out to a
Sam
jump.
pushed, yeah, but I think it's kind of awkward, right? He's reaching out on that, so looks like he's going to give it back. Interested to see if Sam will go for the jump here. Yes, the match for Daniel and Stan, it did say 7 p.m. We are a little bit behind, as usual with most tournaments.
Slowing down play and whatnot.
But we'll definitely keep you posted as more matches start. Oh, that's unfortunate.
So, guys, here's a tip for you. I have videos coming out every Monday on my page, and right now I'm in a jump series. If he would have got higher elevation on the ball, the cue ball would have landed sooner on the table and would have lost energy by the time it hit the 2-ball. But since he jumped it to it, all that energy had nowhere to go but off the table. So by just elevating a little higher, will get you over that ball or hitting the felt sooner a couple times before you hit the 2-ball, so the 2-ball or the cue ball doesn't fly off the table.
So the cue ball sort of hops more than it does.
Correct. So like
forward.
it'll land sooner, right? Or he's jumping almost to the 2-ball, right?
Yep.
And that has all that energy. So what's the 2-ball? The 2-ball. I mean, the cue ball doesn't have anywhere to go other than
I see.
off the table. But if you're elevating higher, well, the 2-ball will land sooner, like after the 9-ball, and then the cue ball loses energy. sorry guys, somebody was talking to me, but it loses energy, so the cue ball won't take off the table. But I'm in that jump series right now because I was teaching my wife how to jump a while back, and I was like, hey, I think this is be good to go through because a lot of people are like, hey, why is my ball flying off the table? And why does it do this? So now you can get some explanation on it. Everybody plays at a certain speed, guys. Everybody plays slower. Some people play really fast. Everybody plays different.
I think the fastest I've seen, at least recently, is Muhammad Sufi. Have you seen him shoot?
Yeah.
He's a quick shooter.
It is, but do you see the top 10 players in the world?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's great to watch, just like Johan said, right? On the stream. It's great to watch him play because just like it's nothing like it out there, right? But also, by being that quick,
Yeah. You
lose execution, you lose ball pocketing, shape, all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think another player that keeps at least moderately quick pace and is still executing well is Josh Filler.
Oh, for sure, because he's just on a totally different level.
Yeah. I think personally I fall somewhere in between. I definitely like taking my time, but, I also like to get into a rhythm and, just kind of feel the shot. So
Yeah. No, I get it, but I used to be a quick player, and I slowed down a lot, and it just shows a big improvement of everything.
Yeah, Catherine, the commentators in this booth right now. My name is Zach Ross. I'm a local player here in the Seattle area. We also have Nick DeLeon, who is, where are you from, Nick?
Arizona.
Arizona, okay. And he is currently on the World Nineball Tour, ranked player.
Yeah, I just like it that we're getting more events in the U.S., something that we struggled with for the last 5-10 years of getting events here.
Did you go to the Texas Open?
Unfortunately, no, I did not. It's my first one missing in the last 5 years. And it's so hard because it's so close to everything. And I'm not a person, I have a family back home, my wife, my kids, a business and everything. So I have to kind of just pick and choose where I go. You can do top right here, or you can do top left, depending on what you want to do with the cue ball. I like this option better. Now he might roll forward a little bit so he can draw past the 9 on the right side of the table and play the 8 instead of rolling forward to the short side. Chris Melling is very fast, and that blows my mind how great he plays when he plays that fast. It's just a different talent.
I'm sure you've seen his infamous 8-ball run.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. And somebody posted today or yesterday, is there anybody that can beat Shane Van Boeing on bar table 8-ball in a long race? And somebody said Chris Milling. And I'm like, the guy comes with some incredible outs, you know, but how long will that last? Just like I said, right? Just draw past the 9-ball.
Straight from your textbook.
I think the whole United States needs to get rid of bar tables. Get rid of bar tables and ever these big tables, then USA for the next 10, 15 years has a really good chance of doing a lot better in big events and all over the world.
Yeah.
Because 80% of our tournaments are bar tables. And when in each state, when you get past a certain rating, you have two options: to not play, right, or to travel, because you got better in your state and they penalize you for it.
Yeah, I think the other thing too is it seems that a lot of venues are mostly 21 and up, and so it's hard to sort of grow like a youth
Oh, it is. Yeah.
movement in pool, just because, like you were saying, you don't have the 9-foot
Yeah.
table exposure,
Yeah.
but you also have these venues that are restricted to age.
Yeah.
So
No, not necessarily. In Arizona, I have a league that has big tables, and they play on all 16 of the big tables, their league. I know in Sacramento, they have BCA at Hard Times, and they have nothing but 32 or 42 big tables. So you don't need bar tables. But in order to get better, you need to play on the big tables. It's the truth. I was just talking to somebody about, they said that like a 600 Fargo bar table player is the same as a 600 Fargo big table player. I'm like, if you tell me right now that if I have somebody that played 5 years and he's a 600 player on a bar table, and I took my 600 for 5 years on big table, and I did a match on the bar table, my big table player would run over your bar table player. It's different when you're over 650, 675, 700 because you're able to switch back and forth.
Yeah.
But when you're at that 600 range or lower, you're not. It's hard to go from bar table to big table, but it's so much easier to go from big table to bar table.
Oh, absolutely.
If you practice and
Yeah.
you do all your time on big table, then your bar table game is going to be 3 times better because you practice and you play more on the big table.
every time I play here and I go play on a 7-foot diamond,
It's-
it's like easy.
Yes.
It's incredibly easy.
Yes.
And
The only game that's really hard to play on bar table is bar table 8-ball. Like
Yeah.
that's the only hardest game. Other
a
than
lot more,
9-ball,
clusters for sure. Yeah.
But overall, pocketing balls wise, right? Like my 600 player that I've trained for, whatever, let's just say 5 years, to your bar table player, my big table player will play so much better than your bar table player.
Yep.
Because your 7-foot shot is nothing to us when it comes to a 7-foot shot because we're normally shooting 9 feet.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Besides BCA or these sorts of tournaments, when I'm playing an APA, and so they say the algorithm has some sort of when you designate a table as a 9-footer versus a 7-foot, it's supposed to affect your skill level. But I swear every time that 9-foot players go and play a tournament on a 7-footer in APA,
Oh, they skyrocket.
yeah, they move them
skyrocket
up skill.
100%.
After like 2 matches, you're moved to a new skill level.
Yeah, no.
So yeah,
It's I'm telling you, like, if there's nothing you guys get from this commentating, but practice on a big table, you will hate it for a little bit because you're not used to it. But when you go to that bar table, you're going to be like, oh my God, this shot is so easy. Like, it's just everything is totally different. We might have a hill match here. But I'm just saying, like, if they want us to get better at pool, like, you just have to, like, I'm right there with Shane Memo, and you have to get rid of the bar tables. Like, I understand that's all majority of the players play on, but if you switch them with big tables, then everybody, like, it's just like Oklahoma, they used to have handicap tournaments, so all the higher rated players couldn't play. Well, they got rid of the handicaps and says it's an open, but you get handicap race and you get handicap entry. So your $5 to my $25 that I'm paying, and then your 7-3 race or whatever it is, 6-3 race or whatever it is, you get handicapped twice. Like, how do you not show up for $5?
yeah.
Or $10 to his 25 or 30? I mean, I remember when I was playing, when I was younger, I had every tournament to play in. When I got raised from a 6 to a 7, I had nothing but 7s and 8s and unders and 9 and unders to play in. And when I was a 9, I had nothing but 9s and opens to play in. And now it's like you could barely find an open to play in my town. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful, I'm lucky, I have the support from my amazing wife that I get to do what I love to do. Ooh, this is tough angle. Do not draw this ball back. No. This is the wrong shot if you draw this ball back.
I think he's just going to overpower the draw and then draw straight into this back right pocket.
That's possible.
That's the fear.
I like to cut this ball to the inside of the pocket, the corner pocket, with a little bit of running English.
Okay.
And stroking is going to come out 2 rails in the middle of the table. I just turned off the gun.
No. I don't know, but I'm not related to anybody. No, nobody on the pool scene. Yeah.
All right, well, it seems like Woody might be able to get a piece of this 6.
It looks
Not
like he
quite
can see it.
Yeah.
He can cut it. This is where experience goes, right? Like, you can cut this ball in with a lot of outside English, like top with a little bit of outside, and come around 4 rails for the 7 ball in this top. Now it's top left corner pocket, but it would be top right if you're from the head of the table. Oh, but it looks like he's playing safe. Oh, he tried it. Sam has an opportunity here. Yeah, Blake's playing good.
Looks like Max Eberly is currently up on Aman Sunar, 6-2.
He has a chance.
All right, so yeah, it looks like Sam has a look on cutting this 6 into the bottom right corner. Just take his time here.
He's going to use draw. You could use top and run into the 9, but then you're like, if I hit it too thin or if I hit it too thick. I think he's using draw. Oh, he went forward. Good shot.
Yeah, really good outcome with that bump on the 7.
Yeah, really good shot. Sam, the Rhino. This should be a game over. Oh, he was dead straight and he hit that ball perfect, like the running into the 6, because that could have been deadly. Like, well, I'm glad I jumped in here, guys. It was great chatting with you all. Thank you guys for everything. Good job, Sam Henderson, my road dog.